ladies and gentlemen, Gary Moore.
Help the window. Hey there, friends. Glad you knew where to come. Welcome to Tell the Truth. We're quite proud to say that our first guest today is one of the world's truly great authorities on food and wine. And he has brought a smidgen of each for our panel to savor. Don't you wish you were on the panel? We'll meet them right now.
Kitty Carlisle. Bill Cullen. Peggy Cass. And Gene Rayburn.
Now, I want to tell you, do they treat you like that on the match game?
No, I'm sorry, we don't.
Or any one of Bill Cullen's 12 shows?
Yeah.
Do they give you food like that? I want to tell you, you live it up when you're on this show.
That's right.
But don't touch yet. There will come a time, but not right now.
Why not?
First, let us meet our food and wine expert.
Number one. What is your name, please?
My name is Roy Andries de Groot.
Number two.
My name is Roy Andries de Groot.
Number three.
My name is Roy Andries de Groot.
Our panel, as you may know, and certainly anybody knows who knows about this particular field, is aware that Mr. de Groot has been blind for a number of years now, and for this reason, he and his imposters are seated at the desk. And here is his tasty tale. He says, I, Roy Andries de Groot, am president of the International Gourmet Society and the author of countless books and articles on food and wine. I come from a family that considered wine as food and drank it as a normal everyday routine. Consequently, I am fiercely opposed to all wine snobism. I say this, drink what you like with what you like. For example, the sweet California white wine and country pâtés, known as rillettes and terrines, that the panel is currently tasting is an unusual combination. But it is most delightful. Because I am blind, my constant escort is my wonderful seeing-eye dog, Atonia. And she's quite a gourmet herself. In fact, Atonia has her own credit card at an elegant New York restaurant. And when the check comes, her paw mark is accepted as her signature. Signed, Roy Andries de Groot.
I'm not allowed that. My cholesterol is 375.
And the panel will slice into that and get some wine and stuff out here for you while our sponsors take their cuts out of this situation, and we'll be right back.
I want some truffle in mine.
Attention! If you suffer with flaky dandruff, brittle, damaged hair, and dry, irritated skin, you could be experiencing the effects of harmful chemicals lurking in the hard water you shower in every day. Stop showering in chemicals. Introducing Everglow, the revolutionary multi-stage shower filter that traps, treats, and never lets the hard water chemicals or chlorine touch your skin, hair, and nails. The secret is Everglow's stack filtration design that instantly reduces chlorine, heavy metals, and harmful chemicals. Then, mineralized beads restore vital oxygen as vitamin C is infused into the water to promote healthier skin, hair, and nails. It works the very first day. Watch, this water might look clean, but our water quality test reveals it's packed with chlorine, which can cause thinning hair and acne-prone skin. Now watch, when we filter it through Everglow's multi-stage filtration system, it instantly cleans, clears, and purifies for a healthy shower. In fact, showering with Everglow can dramatically improve your skin, hair, and help eliminate dandruff.
I never thought I'd be able to say this. No more itchy, dry scalp, no dandruff.
Plus, it's perfect for keeping color-treated hair from fading.
I can see the shine, feel the body and volume backing my hair.
Everglow works with all shower heads and installs quickly without tools. Stop showering in chemicals. Call or go online to get your Everglow multi-stage shower filter for the factory direct price of just $29.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. But order right now and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. You get it all An incredible value for one low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-422-7710. That's 1-800-422-7710. Or go to buyeverglow.com. So call 1-800-422-7710. That's 1-800-422-7710. Or order online at buyeverglow.com.
It's a week of students who are not afraid of a pop quiz.
Christopher Columbus.
You got it! You got the bank. BUZZR's Back to School Week is back. Starts August 12th on BUZZR. Let's play.
I'm a Kappa Delta.
And I fly Delta most often.
Now then, welcome back, and across the way from us we have three extremely distinguished-looking gentlemen, all of whom claim to be Roy Andries de Groot, an internationally renowned food and wine writer, and the owner of a seeing-eye dog. What happened? I heard a smash. Did somebody spill?
I dropped my knife right on the
Shame,
microphone.
shame. I can't take you anywhere, can I? Why don't we start with Gene Rayburn? You try to find out which one is truly the real Mr. de Groot.
Why don't you start with kitties?
No, I'm not.
No, listen. Mr. de Groot, number 3. Have you ever heard of a place called La Grenouille?
Which one?
Okay, thanks, number 3.
No, but there are several.
Well, the one just off Fifth Avenue.
Yes.
You know who owns it?
Charles Masson.
Number 1, what are the ingredients in a roux?
A roux would be flour and butter and cream.
Thank you. Number 2, what is the one thing that Charles Masson of La Grenouille is very proud of and that he does himself every day? Number 2?
Brushes his teeth.
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Have you eaten at La Grenouille, number 2?
La grenouille, très. Oui.
Oui. You like it?
Oui.
Thank you. All right, that's $20, please.
That's $20 off your check the next time you go to La Grenouille, and I know exactly what you're angling for. Let's go down to Kitty, please.
Well, I'm delighted that you think you can have what you like with what you like, because I believe that. I think that there's no point in saying just because this is some kind of a pâté, number 1 I'm talking to, that you have to have a red wine or, you know. Do you approve of California wines with everything, number 1?
No, I think California wines today are as great as any wines from anywhere. They should be treated equally with French wines, with the best German wines. One should choose the one likes best.
Thank you. Number 2, are American wines getting as expensive as foreign wines?
They will be in due course, I think.
And
But
how
just
about now?
Just now, it's not so bad.
Not so bad. Number 3, what is the difference between a rillette and a pâté, an ordinary pâté?
A rillette. Oh, you think you have a rillette over there?
Yeah, what's the difference?
A rillette, I believe, is pulled with forks, I believe, and whereas a pâté is a composition of whatever it may be made from. I don't know exactly. It would depend what the pâté is made from.
Thank you.
All righty, we got a buzzer. We'll go on to Bill Cullen, please.
Mr. de Groot, I'm of the Pittsburgh School of Gourmetery, or however you want to say it, and I sort of hesitate to leap into anything I don't know about. And number 1, this that we have is a rillette. Am I correct there?
Yes.
Now, what has gone into that, number 1, to make it there?
Well, it's chewy because it has been torn apart with forks. The French word for that is effiloché.
Yeah, well, I know.
It's not been ground with a machine, and therefore it has that chewy texture.
Well, now, I hold with you there. You're right. It probably has been torn apart by forks. But number 2, I'll ask you, what has been torn apart by forks that I'm going to eat here?
Number 2?
Yes, sir.
It's pork.
Oh. Nothing like...
And,
all right, then.
no, it's nothing like, and we're going to go to Peggy.
Number 3, it's usual to serve with rillettes a certain kind of pickle. What kind of pickle is served on the side with rillettes?
I've always heard them called cornichons. I don't know.
Thank you. Number 1, do you believe that a sweet wine is really right? I mean, is it usual, shall I say, with rillettes?
Yes, I think so, because it cuts the richness of the pork.
But is it usually served, I say? Say if you were going to order rillettes in Paris, would they urge you to order a sweet wine?
Yes, it is very usually served. Pâté de foie gras is very usually served now with a sweet wine.
Number 1, are you in the sweet wine business? Are you in the sweet wine business, number 1?
I'm not in any wine business at all.
Thank you. Number 2, which restaurant is owned by Paul Bocuse?
Le Restaurant Bocuse.
Thank you. And number 3, where'd you buy this bread? It's terrific bread that these rillettes are on. Number 3.
Le Nôtre.
Thank you. Now,
Oh, my.
I'm an old man.
All right, we got ourselves that little tinkling bell, and what that means is that you got to drop your napkins and pick up your crayons and mark a number. And you mark a number 1, or a number 2, or a number 3. And to the group goes $50.
Growing up, I had a serious issue with my relationship with food, so I joined Weight Watchers. Never looked back. I've lost 70 pounds, and I learned to embrace every version of myself along the way.
Whoa, now that's a smooth shave. You might think these guys had to pay top dollar for a shave that smooth, but they just used Harry's. With 5 blades that stay sharp, shave after shave, a lubricating strip with aloe, a flex hinge, and a trimmer blade, it's hard to believe refills start at just $2, half of what the other guys charge. Shaving with Harry's isn't pricey. It's just very, very, very smooth. Wake up to Harry's. Get your trial set for just $7 at harrys.com/smooth.
Washer's all washed up. I love it.
AC went kaput? That's cool.
With a home warranty from American Home Shield, every day is a good day for a breakdown. You don't have to worry about the day when something stops working or expensive repairs. Because when surprise breakdowns happen, AHS will be there to fix or replace parts of the systems and appliances you rely on every day. They help protect your time and money by connecting you with qualified pros and helping pay for covered repairs or replacements. AHS offers affordable plans for every home and options to tailor your coverage so it's just right. With more than 50 years of experience, they know how to keep you smiling when things don't go as planned. It feels good to be right when things go wrong. Get the protection you need with American Home Shield. Sign up today and get $100 off any plan with code AHS100. Visit AHS.com or call 833-PLAN-AHS for this special offer.
At BUZZR, we got game. Including Match Game, Supermarket Sweep, Super Password, Family Feud, and now BUZZR's got The Price is Right.
Come on down.
BUZZR, the home of game shows.
For each wrong vote, or $500 in case of a total stump. And Gene, you're on, friend.
Well, it was just delicious. And number 2, a votre santé.
Merci. Votre santé, number 2. And we are going to Kitty Carlisle.
I voted for number 3 because he knew about the grenouille, and he knew about, well, he said the bread came from Le Notre. It is marvelous bread. The whole thing is great, and I thank you very much.
Well, we got a 2 and we got a 3. We got Bill Cullen coming out.
Peggy almost ate my hand there if I don't get out of her way with that.
You gave Peggy your truffle.
I certainly did. I'm not a big gourmet.
Would you care to vote, friends?
In Pittsburgh, I had my own charge account as a boy at Harry's Hot Wiener Shop. No, number 3 handled the questions and answers beautifully. I voted for him.
So we've got 1, 2, and a pair of 3s. And Peggy Cass.
Well, I voted for number 3 because cornichons are usually served with rillettes, so I like that for a French accent, kids. Terrible.
Pretty good accent. Let's see how the voting turned out. The votes are all in. As I told you earlier, Mr. DeGroot's dog, Atonia, is quite impressive in her own right. She is also quite beautiful. We're going to try to get Atonia out here on the stage. Gentlemen, if you'll all call Atonia, we'll see which one she goes to. Right now, she went backstage.
Come, baby. Come on.
Hi, baby.
Come,
Hi,
baby. Come on. Baby. Come, baby.
Atonia goes and picks out number 1, Mr. DeGroot, a total stunt. Bravo, gentlemen. Absolutely magnificent. $500 goes to the group for an absolute scoop. Let's find out who we all are. Number 2, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
No, my name is Eric Foster. I'm a glass designer, and I work for the L.E. Smith Glass Company of Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania.
And number 3, sir, would you like to tell us what your name is? Yes. Thank you.
My name is Edwin Lavin, and I'm a retired stockbroker.
Nice to have you here, Mr. Lavin. Mr. DeGroot, I would like to compliment any restaurant that would accept accept her paw print for credit. What restaurant does that in New York?
It's the Four Seasons in New York.
Well, good for them. It's nice to know that my dog eats at your dog eats at the same place my producer does.
And she's very, she's very happy with their service.
Thank you very much, Mr. DeGroot, and thank you, gentlemen, all, for being here with us. Now, next we're going to meet a writer who has probed the whys and the wherefores of the recurring disappearances of both ships and airplanes in that mysterious part of the Atlantic Ocean known as the Bermuda Triangle. Don't go away. This is fascinating.
Why is Navage perfect for allergies?
People who have allergies will have lots of problems. If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you could breathe easier, sleep better, feel healthier. If you have seasonal allergies, Navage can help.
Available at major retailers or online at Navage.com.
Oh, yeah, dude, that doesn't look good. I know what to do. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Did you know Sling has your favorite news programs for just $40 a month?
My favorite news for just $40 a month?
My favorite news for just $40 a month?
News for $40 a month. Sling lets you do that.
Vinci gave me twice the pits and private parts, which makes me smell twice as bad.
A PU?
That's why I use Mando Whole Body Deodorant. The manly deodorant for all the manly crevasses of my manly body.
Mando, he smells good.
Mando doesn't just block odor all day. It controls odor for 72 hours. With cologne quality scents. Roma wasn't built in a day. But with Mando, you can smell good for 3 of them. So if you want to smell better naked, then go to shopmando.com today.
Now let's meet our authority on the Bermuda Triangle.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Charles Berlitz.
Number 2.
My name is Charles Berlitz.
Number 3.
My name is Charles Berlitz.
And here is the believe it or not story of Charles Berlitz. He says, I, Charles Berlitz, have written a book called The Bermuda Triangle. Known as the graveyard of the Atlantic, the Bermuda Triangle has been the scene of over 100 totally unexplained ship and aircraft disappearances. The area is located off the southeast coast of Florida, and it forms the triangle which extends from Bermuda over to Florida, then out past Puerto Rico, and then once again back to Bermuda. Now, in this ill-fated area, 5 Navy airships mysteriously vanished without a trace. A large supply ship was lost in perfect weather. A fishing boat was somehow pulled down into the ocean, and numerous airmen reported strange glowing lights and instruments inexplicably going haywire. There are many theories for these occurrences. Are UFOs hijacking the aircraft and sea monsters attacking the ships? Are electromagnetic aberrations from power sources from ancient civilizations somehow transporting the planes and ships into other worlds? We just don't know. What is certain, however, is that over 1,000 lives have been lost in the Bermuda Triangle, and not a single body or piece of wreckage has ever been discovered. Signed, Charles Berlitz. And let us fly into the eye of the Bermuda Triangle with Bill Cullen at the controls.
Number 2, I have not read your book. Do you contend, or do you offer an explanation of all this, number 2, or do you just pose the many questions?
Well, there are many possible explanations that have been offered, including UFOs, both from the atmosphere, from above the sky, maybe underneath the ocean. Magnetic aberrations are a possibility.
Well, thank you. Number one, the Bermuda Triangle has been talked about for a long, long time. Do you honestly believe that there is something going on or has gone on in the Bermuda Triangle that is abnormal or different?
Well, all the activity that's gone on in that area seems to narrow down to the points that I believe you heard on the map.
Well, no, I mean, do you really think there is something that needs explaining?
Yes, there's no explanation.
Number three, it's mentioned here that not a single body or piece of wreckage has ever been discovered. It's a known fact that, number three, that bodies and wreckage have been discovered in the Bermuda Triangle. Are you talking about none from that particular 1,000 disappearances?
None from those that have disappeared, that have been qualified as disappeared.
Number two, isn't it true that during World War II there were many airships?
I'm sorry, Bill, going to have to interrupt you. The buzzer takes its
Number one, is it not true that during World War I, II, many airships went down and were discovered floating around?
You just made that up, didn't you, Peggy?
No.
What a quick mind this girl has got.
What?
My book corroborates the disappearances, and basically it's since 1945, after the war, where planes, not planes, but planes have gone out and never come back, and ships have gone out and never come back.
Thank you. Now, number two, is the Sargasso Sea contained in this triangle?
Yes, it is. In fact, well, the triangles contained in the Sargasso Sea is more accurate way of putting
well,
it.
isn't the Sargasso Sea just historically a graveyard of ships and things?
Yes.
I mean, it's got that, they call it the wild Sargasso Sea for some reason.
It's not wild, it's very calm, and it's full of sort of seaweed.
That's why they call it wild, because all those wild things happen. And I mean, now, what?
Let me make it clear that there are ships that have been legitimate shipwrecks where they have found wreckage. Here we're dealing with disappearances from which there has never been any wreckage. These are the only ones included in the book. Let's go to Gene, please.
All right, yes. Number three, these naval airships. What were they? Were they fixed-wing aircraft or dirigibles, lighter than air? What were they?
Most of them have been heavier than air aircraft.
And no trace ever?
Of the ones that are dealt with in the book, there have been no trace.
And was there a last known position for these that we're talking about?
Yes.
And no wreckage ever found there?
No.
Okay, number one, how far back? I mean, I've read about the Sargasso Sea, and, you know, in the Middle Ages it was mentioned. How far back does your research go?
Recordings go back to Phoenician and other sailing peoples from the Mediterranean. And
number two, you believe that it's something more than...
Oh, I'm sorry, Gene. All right, Kitty Carlisle.
Number one, what do you believe it is?
I believe it's something that we've been building up to. It's been hidden by the government. It recognizes it to the extent that while they say no, it doesn't exist, there are things that have been issued, papers, by the Air Force to say this is the area which we don't know exists. But if you happen to see something, a plane in that area or a boat that you don't know, please give us a description. There are 12 pages.
Right.
So they've got an awful lot of paper.
Thank you.
But we don't hear much about it.
Number two, what is the time lapse between the last known position, let's say, of a Navy aircraft and the time that it lost contact with whatever it was in contact with?
It's often been just a matter of minutes.
Minutes?
Yes. One of the most famous, for example, was a Constellation was coming in with a bunch of Christmas tourists. It often happens around the Christmas season for some unknown reason. And the pilot was radioing saying we'll be in about 20 minutes, and we're all singing Christmas carols, and then within 30 seconds it was off radar, and there was never a trace found of the plane.
Thank you. Number three, do you...
And on that note, or those notes of that there bell, we must mark our ballots, friends, please, if you will. And mark them for number one, or for number two, or for number three. And if everybody's got their ballots marked, we'll start with Bill Cullen.
Yeah, I met with a strange problem here. I had heard about the Bermuda. I had read the book, actually, and somewhere a couple of years or so ago, Gene, for a show we did monitor, I interviewed the author.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I, honestly, to tell the real truth, do not remember which gentleman it was, but no one would ever believe that. But because I did interview the author or someone who had something to do with that book, I'm disqualifying myself just so it doesn't look terrible.
Well, we'll accept that. Thank you, Bill. That counts automatically as a wrong vote. Let me say there have been other books on this subject.
Yeah,
it may
maybe.
have been this author. It may have been another author.
Exactly. I'm not sure.
This is the latest thing. All right, Peg.
Well, my vote is, he didn't talk as much, number 3, but while the others were answering, he frowned and he kept scratching his arm, and I feel that he was nervous that they were giving bum information on his book. So I voted for 3.
We've got a 1 disqualification and we've got a 3 showing, and Gene Rayburn.
I voted for number 3 because he looks very interesting.
Very well. We have a pair of 3s, and we're going down to Kitty.
They were all good. Number 1 was terribly good. Number 1 really looks like a writer. Number 2, maybe a Navy flyer. And thank goodness you didn't disappear, but I voted for number 3.
How do you like that?
Everybody is on number 3. Strange forces are at work. The votes are all in. Will the real Charles Berlitz please stand up?
Can you believe?
Gentlemen, I'm sorry we didn't do better. I don't know how to explain it. You were all marvelous. Number 1, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Tom Kohler. I'm the media director of the Gerald Clark Advertising Agency in New York City.
Oh, indeed. Number 2, tell me about yourself.
My name is John Bender. I'm president of my own financial consulting firm based in Hong Kong and New York.
Ah, then. Mr. Berlitz, we have a moment or two. I don't like to be an area dropper, but I fly through the Bermuda Triangle twice a week, all during the winter. And I have sailed through it many times in boats. Should I be worried?
Well, many of the disappearances and the incidents that happen in the Triangle seem to happen very sporadically. So although, and then of course many people do travel through the Triangle every day,
surely.
I think it's comforting to realize that if you travel through the Triangle, you have a good chance of surviving.
I don't often express myself this way, but Mr. Berlitz, thanks a hell of a lot. Gentlemen, thank you all for being with us
today. This is the one who helps everyone stay safe. An unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes is just how he likes it. The industrial-grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're over 50 and can't work due to physical or mental health problems, you may be entitled to Social Security disability. Call Disability Help today. If you can't regularly lift over 10 pounds, or if you can't stand all day long, you may be eligible for disability benefits. Disability Help Today connects Social Security disability applicants just like you with representatives nationwide. Call now.
At Harry's, we designed our razors to start sharp and stay smooth, so your 8th shave is as smooth as your first. And at as little as $2 per blade, they cost half of what the other guys charge. Wake up to Harry's. Get your trial set for just $7 at harrys.com/smooth.
No application fee if you apply by August 29th at University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited university that's transformed adult lives for 75 years. You're not waiting to win. You're ready to succeed again at umgc.edu.
A pilot friend of mine just doesn't believe the Bermuda Triangle thing, and so he has taken his plane and flown off right into it to prove, you know. Yeah. And I'm expecting a report from him. He's left about 2.5 years ago. And, we'll see you later, friends.
This is Bill Wendell speaking for To Tell the Truth, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.